Are these tacos really better than birria? Well, I tell you what, folks, these pork tacos are fantastic, and I think birria has met its match. I'm going to give you 5 reasons why I believe they're better than birria, and I'll throw in a couple more just for good measures. One is they're nice and crunchy. You don't get that in birria. Another reason why is because we've cooked these with some fantastic Texas-style barbecue pulled pork. Now, you could use brisket, you could use barbecued chicken, any of your barbecue meats you like, you could use with this fantastic sauce that we're going to make these with. So stick around and see how we make these better than birria tacos. In my skillet, I have some lard heating up. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this pulled pork and we're just going to fry it in this lard. A little bit too big of a piece there. I don't want it too big. Let's break it down a little bit. We want some crunch on the edges of these, kind of like a carnita, right? Now, haven't told you the name of these yet, but this is called pulled pork chilorio. So it has a chili sauce on it, or a chilorio sauce. I think these are tremendous. And I'm going to give you those 5 reasons, right, that I think this is better and show you some ways to cook it. Number 1 reason why it's better, and this is one of the techniques. We'll call it a reverse searing, right? You cook your pork and then you cook your meat. That is definitely one reason that this is better, because you get these little chunky, crispy bits on the outside, plus you have that great chilorio sauce on the outside. You're getting kind of both worlds here, where a birria taco is soft, kind of mushy all the way through. This one is not. It's going to give you those little chunky pieces in there, those little crispy nuggets that are on the edges. It's a great way to build a flavorful profile and to develop texture in this taco. Once your meat's about, I'd say half, maybe 3/4 the way through, we're going to add our chilorio sauce. And I'm going to go back in time a little bit and show you how I made that chilorio sauce. We're going to start off with our peppers. We have got chili ancho, chili pasilla, and chili guajillo. And we've de-seeded them already. We have them in our frying pan. And what we're doing is just toasting them. We're kind of rejuvenating those oils that are in there, getting them flow again. And they're going to get very fragrant. That's when you know you have them toasted well. After they're toasted, go back in and you will be able to rehydrate those. We're going to add water to it, let them steep for about 10 minutes. I do have videos on this. I'll put some links below so you can see how to rehydrate and how to handle those peppers. After that, we get them out. We put them in the blender. I have a cup of vinegar. I used white vinegar. You can use apple cider vinegar also. Both are traditional. Then cumin, garlic, salt, pepper. Put everything in there. Oh, and Mexican oregano. And save your chili water. We want to use about a cup of it in our sauce. Get all that into the blender. Blend it up very good. Now it's going to go into a mesh strainer. And this mesh strainer, we're just going to work it through it, get all the big pieces off, and get a nice silky sauce. That's what we have next. Now, let's get back to our pork. You can see that it's about ready to go. And here's the consistency of my sauce. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fry this sauce onto my pork. If you want to use a little bit less oil, it probably would not hurt any at all. I think I got a little more lard in there than I usually do. But that's going, ready to go. And now I'm just going to toss my pork in here. You can see we're kind of drying it out. We've got our chili sauce on here. They are going to be packed full of flavor. And this is the next thing that really sets this taco apart from the birria, is we're kind of frying it. We're toasting everything together. It's going to bring out some different dimensions of flavor from our spices and our peppers by doing this step. Another one of our points here, real quick before we get this off, is the acid. The acid cuts the fat. When you're having a birria taco, you do not have that acid aspect. So by adding the vinegar to this, by adding lime to it, if you use a fruit juice, which some recipes for chilorio sauce has, guys, you're cutting the fat. So instead of saying, oh, I ate 2 tacos, I'm stuffed, you can keep eating tacos because the acid is helping to cut the fats, and it's going to make a much more pleasant meal for you. Now, we're going to get our meat out. And Guys, do not get rid of what's in here. We're going to use it in just a second. If you want that red look on your tortillas, you've got it right here by using the sauce that's left over in the pan. I'm going to take it and put it on my holder right here. That definitely is not traditional, but it is a way to get you that red sauce and get another layer of flavor into this taco. So, got two more that we heated up. We'll toast them. They're not going to have quite as much of the sauce, but I do have more sauce. So if you wanted to do it that way, you could toast the sauce onto it. We have our fixings up here. Come in here. I'm going to kind of top it in 3 different ways, give you some different options for what you might like. So come on in here. Let's look at what we're going to do. But first, we are going to top this off with plenty of our pork chilorio. And don't forget, I still got some reasons for you to try these and why they are better than birria. Now, we can top these off. I can show you on the first one how I like mine. I like mine with avocado. This is just a crushed avocado. It is not guacamole. It's just the avocado. I like it with some tomato. To me, that's the perfect chilorio taco. Now, for our next one, we're going to add some radishes. Radishes are a very nice touch. It's got a nice bite to it. Really, a white onion would be traditional to go with this. I am not going with white today. I do have some red onion though, so a little red onion in there, just a little bit, not a whole lot. And a little cabbage to go up on top for a nice bite. We're going to have a lot of different textures in here. And think about it, guys. You're always chasing that soup. By that third dip, you're starting to get a soggy taco. Here, we don't have to do that. But a nice way to present it right there. And the last one we're going to do is again, some red onion. Traditional would be white. I am going to add some roasted tomatillo salsa on the top of that one. One thing I would do too is take a lime or a lemon. I like lemon. Squeeze it over the top. Acid, it's going to cut through the fat. And finally, on this last one, I'm going to put a little tortillas cheese. Guys, you could use queso fresco. You could use a Monterey Jack. A nice cheese on here. Now, this will not melt, so don't think you're going to heat it up. Tortilla is not a melting cheese. That's good. 3 very nice presentations for pulled pork chilorio tacos. And remember, we don't want to forget this. We'll ask it at the end. We're using lemons instead of limes today. Either would work. Those tacos are now ready for a sampling. So here's our first one. This has our radishes and our cabbage and some green salsa, our roasted tomatillo salsa on top. Let's give it a try. Taco number 2 on this cold Texas night. Winter has got here, guys. You've probably seen wearing a coat, got a fire behind me, keeping my buns warm. And these tacos are looking good. Look at this nice crunchy meat, the nice onion sliced thin, the cotija cheese. This is going to be a great bite. Let's give it a try. Here we go. And the stain. Very good taco. And when have you ever had a birria taco and went, man, that was a good crunch? Something you miss when you're eating birria. And don't misunderstand me. I do like birria tacos. I just happen to think this one is much better. And here's the way I like to eat them. If we come in here close, you can see this one. There you have it, guys. A beautiful taco here again. The pork chilorio with the crushed avocado and the red tomatoes. This is how I like to eat them myself, right here. I'm gonna give my taco a try. This is my favorite one. you can really taste that Chilorio sauce. That chili sauce is fantastic the way we cooked it onto that meat. Creaminess of the avocado, the tomato, that's my favorite way to eat them. Although I won't turn them down with the onions, the cotija cheese, the cabbage, the radishes, the roasted tomatillo salsa. All are great ways to do it. I've shared 4 things that are great about this with you. Fixing to share the 5th one with you. I hope you've enjoyed this taco. I hope you give this taco a try. But the 5th one is they're even better the next morning. And one thing about a birria taco is, guys, is how often have you went, boy, they're going to be great tomorrow. Or boy, that birria's, no, that doesn't happen, right? What we do is one, you can save the sauce. Use it in your eggs the next morning. So I make about a quart at a time. That's what the recipe will make. And that lasts me for a long time. So I can use it over and over again. But even if you've cooked it into the meat works great with eggs scrambled in. Great breakfast tacos. So it goes great the next day. Tell me what you think. And we're going to see y'all down the road. I am Chef Johnny, the ultimate beef-loving Texan. And this is Chef Johnny's Texas BBQ. Thank you for being here. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. Tell your friends and family about us, and we'll see y'all down the road. So long, everybody.